In this final video on student screens, we'll look at the other tabs. The first is Achievements, which lists all of the standards which this student is taking. You can enter the results via this screen if you so wish. A summary of the results by level, and a list of any other outcomes the student has attained. You can print this screen through the button. The next one gives a list of all the students' costs through all of their placements and courses, and you can print this screen. The Pathways tab requires that you have first selected a placement. So let's return to Placements, select the student's placement, and now view the Pathways screen. The chart on the left lists all of the standards taken by this student through his placements and courses, and other standards which we'll mention shortly, and the colours indicate which of the various pathways these standards contribute to. On the right is a chart illustrating this student's progress towards a vocational pathway, and the one that's making most progress is service industries. I won't go into a full detail explanation of this screen at this point, because you can switch to an explanation view, and that provides you with a much more detailed explanation. We'll enlarge it, and you can see that there's a lot of detail about how that screen works. You can switch back to the summary view, and you can print it to PDF or print both. If there are some missing, if the student has some missing standards, then this takes you to the Missing Standards tab, and I can see a list of standards here that this student has taken outside of the particular placement. These can be imported from an earlier Worsfold.csv if you are using Kmart or the Edge. Every time you enter the package, the current version of the Worsfold.csv file is saved under the year, and we can see those available here. I have a Worsfold 2014 file available. I'll select that, and it's retrieved some records, and these will have been added to the display, and these will now be taken into account when we look at the pathway for this student. There are two more tabs which we need to look at: Notes and Loaned Items. You can keep notes on a student, and at the bottom you can keep a track of loaned items and whether or not they've been returned. Contacts and medical information come in from Kmart or Muzak, the caregiver information and medical details for the student. Again, these can be added to documents which can be designed for each student. We've already seen the Missing Standards tab, and that pretty well completes the student information. The print preview screen you'll have seen along the way when there's a document to view.